Lunch crowd, totally stoked to be here, mainly because my job is introducing the kids. And if we were a business, that would be our product, and I'm getting to introduce 3 of the best kids we have in the clubs right now. Lots of you out there have experience with the Youth of the Year program. For those of you who don't, I'm going to back up and share a little secret with you guys. So as you can see from my title, I go around and I delve into the clubs and I measure what's happening and I vet out all the good stuff where we're having the most impact. And the secret is, everybody asks me, Meg, what program makes the biggest difference? Secret is, it's never just one thing. It's a constellation of 3 things. Really passionate staff that you're going to see throughout the day. Some of you are sitting at tables with them, and they're probably the most important thing. High quality programs, and then really well-designed experiences. The most profound experience a kid can have in a club is taking part in the Youth of the Year program, and I'm going to explain how that works for some of you who are new in the room. Every month, kids compete, and when I say compete, they compete in the best way. What they do is they lead positive change in their clubs. They make change for themselves, and they really make their club exponentially better than it was before. So that's how they compete. And every month, 1 kid gets picked out of every club and featured as the Youth of the Month. That Youth of the Month competes, and some kid becomes the Youth of the Quarter at each club. Every year, 12 kids get chosen as Youths of the Year for King County, and out of those, 1 kid wins Youth of the Year. At that point, it goes to a regional competition, a Pacific region, and then 1 kid wins nationally, 5 from each region, and they get picked in the White House. They usually sit behind the president's chair and get to pretend they're leading the world for a minute, which is awesome. And this is how this works. So we're going to show you a video in a minute that really will connect you with the staff, and you'll see the passion of the staff in the clubs and that magic, and then what this program, Youth of the Year, means to our kids. So roll the video.
Working at the Boys and Girls Club and being a part of the Boys and Girls Club movement isn't a job that shuts off at 5 o'clock when you go home. And it's something that you carry with you and you carry it in your heart. This is an emotional job.
I've always kind of dreamt of being in a place where I did something that had some meaning in the world. I just almost have to pinch myself sometimes because it's been so wonderful. I just feel so lucky to be doing something that's significant in the world.
The kids that are in trouble the most and the kids that you see in the office the most, they are seemingly the ones that need us the most. And so being able to watch them really just grow out of that and grow into the potential that we always knew we had in them is a feeling unlike any other.
At the Youth of the Year banquet, you have stories being told by young people. And those stories are very hopeful. Usually there's some difficulty in them, and then there's an emergence from that difficulty into this wonderful person. I just think it's awesome. It moves me deeply. It makes me feel really, really good inside. That just feels wonderful to me.
These kids are really something. But we had a phenomenal morning. I would say it was enlightening. It was emotional at times. And in the end, it was really inspirational. What you see in each of these Youth of the Year is somebody who needs the Boys and Girls Club to fill some part of their life, right? In some cases, that can be a big space to fill. So you get to see that through the eyes of all of these children.
The Boys and Girls Club saw potential in me when I didn't even see it in myself. And it transformed me from a girl who wore her smile like a safety blanket to a confident woman whose smile genuinely emulated everything she felt inside. And so everything I am and everything I will ever be is rooted in the foundation that the Boys and Girls Club gave me.
It's been amazing kind of just watching her shine, and it's just such an inspiring time also to be able to hear all the stories from teens from around the county and the impact they're making in their clubs and the impact the clubs had on their lives.
We saw a lot of extraordinary kids there that day, but actually their experience is not that extraordinary. It's the ordinary experience of coming to a Boys and Girls Club, and that's a great thing, that there are so many kids who benefit in so many ways.
It's inspirational, and it deepens the sense of who we are as individuals, but as a community, because you hear all these stories about what kids are doing in the community. You know, I think they have a taste of the gift that's inside them.
This just reinforces that you're doing the right thing. There's a lot of need, and you can have a real impact here.
Okay, so now you're going to get to have an experience to hear from the kids themselves. So we have 3 teens here who have just gone above and beyond. These are game changers. These are kids who have taken it upon themselves to change their clubs and their communities. And you'll hear in their speeches the difference that the clubs made for them. But for us, it's the difference that they're making for our clubs and our communities that means the most. So help me and welcome me. Oh, Imani Bender that you saw up on the video can't be here today because she's playing an important leadership role at our National Teen Conference for Boys and Girls of America. So she sends her apologies, but she's following through on her responsibilities. So help me welcome Leilani from the Renton Skyway Club, and she'll give you a scoop.
Good afternoon. My name is Leilani Hampton, and I'm in the 8th grade. I have been attending the Boys and Girls Club for almost 10 years, and being that I'm only 14 years old, that's a long time. The Boys and Girls Club has raised me, and the people there are like family. The club is a safe haven for me and for kids with different backgrounds to come and learn and have fun. At the club, I have learned the importance of education and the impact I can have on others' lives. The club is a place to discover myself. I've been exposed to so many opportunities, and I am learning how to take advantage of them. The club has taught me to be all that I can be and to set goals and how to be successful. My plan is to go to college and become a pediatrician. I hope to travel around the world and help kids that don't have the same medical advantages we have here. The club has a motto, be great, and every day we get the chance to figure out what that means. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Ben. It was only last year, my junior year, when I realized just how important the club is to me. In my early elementary years, I went to a few of the summer camps at the club. My next experience with the club was when my mom signed me up to be a counselor in training, or a CIT. I was not very interested in getting involved because during 7th grade, I was severely cyberbullied. I was ridiculed online and subjected to cruel slurs. I felt like I couldn't trust anyone. It was very hard for me to even try to make new friends. But after going through the initial CIT training session, I knew the Boys and Girls Club was a place where I was welcomed by staff and other fellow CIT members. The campers looked up to me like a role model. They would ask me to sit with them when we were on the bus or during lunch. This meant a lot to me. I'm now learning even more about leadership as the vice president of our Keystone Club. I never dreamed the Boys and Girls Club would help me find out what I want to do in my career, but it did. I hope to one day have a job at the club and help other kids find their place like they helped me find mine. And I also hope to one day become a teacher, and I will be pursuing this career by attending Western Washington University this upcoming fall. The Boys and Girls Club is a place where I feel safe, welcomed, and most importantly, a place where I belong. I'm so glad the club has always been there for me. If it were not for the Boys and Girls Club, I do not know what type of person I would be today. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kenya Pierce. The Boys and Girls Club means the world to me because it is a safe place where I have been able to build my confidence and receive encouragement during rough times. In 8th grade, I was bullied out of school, so my mom placed me in an online homeschool program. But I felt isolated and I didn't have many friends. My mom found the EX3 Teen Center and I considered it a new beginning. My first day was exciting yet nerve-wracking. After finally working up enough courage, I introduced myself to a few people and easily connected with them. I found some of them had gone through similar experiences. I finally felt like I belonged and gradually became more outgoing. But the club has been so much more than a place to make friends. It has been a place of support and encouragement. In November, my brother passed away. He was my best friend, and I miss him so much. I would go to the EX3 every day after school, and even though some did not know exactly what I was going through, they were still very sympathetic and lifted me up whenever I was down. Even though it has been a very difficult time for me, the confidence I gained from the club has helped me to focus and set goals for the future, one of which is to go to college. At the club, I not only found my place, but I found myself. Thank you.